You might have noticed that many theme parks seem to be changing up their logos lately. I know here in the UK, we've seen the majority of our parks switch it up in the branding department as of late. Similarly, Disney and Universal have also done some logo changes over the past couple of years. Now, change is essential to keep a park's image fresh and relevant. But there is a trend amongst these recent logo changes that have caused a good amount of backlash from fans. These new logos all seem to be incredibly simple, removing any detail and ornament. So, what exactly is going on? Theme parks are far from the only industry where such simplification can be seen. Tech companies such as Apple seem to have set the trend, but sports teams, fashion companies, and fast food restaurants have all followed suit. Just think of the McDonald's M, the Nike tick, or the Adidas stripes. These logos are immediately recognizable, but undeniably basic. It seems to be this that the theme park industry is going after. But why can't their logos be both detailed and iconic? Branding has always been incredibly important, but with the rise and dominance of online marketing, the purpose of this has slightly shifted. It is estimated that the average person sees between 6,000 and 10,000 advertisements a day across a wide range of devices. Online brands must be able to appeal to users incredibly efficiently, making the most of their limited space within an endless sea of content. Now, you might think that the best way to do this would be to create an incredibly detailed and unique logo, but research actually suggests otherwise. Readability has been proven to be the most important aspect of a logo these days. A logo must be easy to read at a quick glance, to allow for the most efficient impact upon the viewer. Thanks to this, the trend in branding and logo design has tended towards minimalism. Bold and complex designs have been left to the wayside for fear they make it harder to communicate. Minimalism, on the other hand, removes any unnecessary extras and keeps only the important aspects of a design. In the case of the theme park logo, this seems to be simply the text. Many brands are simplifying their logos utilizing the classical proportions of the golden ratio. In mathematics, the golden ratio describes the perfectly symmetrical relationship between two quantities. Thanks to this, a lot of uniqueness or ornamental additions upon logos are being lost. Just look at Drayton Manor, who have removed the once iconic coaster track from their logo, or Thorpe Park, who have said goodbye to the circle infinity loop detailing of their old logo. With these gone, all that is left is the text itself and any simple background details. Logos still need to look good on physical items such as merchandise, maps, billboards, and posters, but they also have to look good upon a park's social media. The term pixel pressure has arisen to describe the need for companies to create small but still recognizable logos which will fit in an app icon or social media profile picture. But still, the branding must maintain the ability to look good upon a billboard, sign, or piece of merchandise. Essentially, the logo must be able to be scaled either up or down for various advertising mediums. Thanks to this, bold colours and simple fonts seem to be becoming the norm instead of symbolic images that distract from the text. A good example of this is Efteling's logo, which in 2011 removed Pardo, the park's mascot. This coincides pretty well with the early days of social media taking over from any other sort of marketing. Another big reason for the simplification of logos is consistency. According to Forbes, consistent brand presentation across all platforms increases revenue by up to 23%. With the ability to work both online and offline, minimalist logo designs make consistency easier, as they can fit upon practically anything. Take a look at Epcot, for example. Their colourful logo has been replaced with one that is just black text. Although far less interesting, in my opinion, there's no denying that this logo is far more versatile and could fit well upon any type of merchandise or online advertisement. But is this really worth it? Many fans are certainly unhappy with the loss of many classic logos. There was an incredible amount of outcry when Universal recently changed all their Orlando Park logos. Although all unpopular, the most egregious change was to the Islands of Adventure logo. The colour scheme of the new logo is far duller and gone on many of the compass and globe details. Changes like this one feel the hardest to wrap your head around. All the reasons just explained might be true, but is it not all at the expense of individualism and the possibility of standing out? For the most part, the purpose of a logo is to be instantly recognisable. If all theme parks are taking the same approach to logo design, won't they all just blend into one another? Simplified logos do little to communicate a brand's identity. A simple text logo could be a logo for anything, but recognisable characters, roller coaster track, or elements of the park itself communicate far more. As parks try to streamline their logos, they certainly risk losing their memorability. However, with this, new trends have begun to occur. Clearly prioritising the need for a readable logo, many companies seem to still be aware of their need to stand out. No longer able to do this with flashy logos, new methods have begun to arise. Brands outside of theme parks have set the trend of differentiating themselves through having an interactive and communicative social media presence. We have certainly seen theme parks following suit, communicating with a distinctive voice across all social media platforms. This new type of marketing is certainly effective at getting customers to feel loyal and connected to the park. Finally, it's impossible to make this video and not point out that basic design extends far beyond just logos and seems to be becoming the norm of our modern age. Modern architecture, packaging, and fashion are all very minimalistic. Such trends can be seen all over the theme park industry, but Disney seem to be particularly good at following these fashions. Personally, I believe Disney Springs is the perfect example. Back when this destination was downtown Disney, flashy theming and Disney references were all over. Elements of this remain, such as Goofy's Sweet Shop, but new additions look like they could be found in just about any shopping mall. Even World of Disney has lost much of its fun design in favour of minimalism. At first glance, this all seems incredibly odd. Disney is supposed to be a place of incredible theming, so why would they opt to gut much of it out? Well, just like with the simple logos that are incredibly versatile, basic design works the same. Today, trends are changing at a far more rapid rate than ever before. It would be practically impossible for Disney, let alone any other park, to keep up. By creating rather basic designs as the base, Disney is able to accommodate rapidly shifting trends by mapping easily changeable theming onto these simplistic areas. Now, while this would be devastating to see replace intricate theming within the parks, it makes sense for Disney to decide to do this for shopping locations. The bland World of Disney today can accommodate any variety of ever-changing merchandise displays without having to worry how these will fit in with any sort of permanent design. Unfortunately, such design is far from isolated just to the shops. For the basic theming of other new additions, such as the Boardwalk Hotel's new coffee shop or the Contemporary Steakhouse, there's really no good excuse. Where minimalism has arisen out of necessity, it has also become the norm for modern design. Gone are the days of 90s excess, and in its place is whitewashed walls and steel accents. There's no need for these spaces to lack theming, other than that they are simply following the trend and trying to look modern. Even within the parks, new areas such as Avengers Campus and Epcot's New World Celebration also lack heavy detail and creative theming. Disney has also moved in this direction regarding their hotel design, with examples such as the new Polynesian building currently being built or the Pixar Place Hotel. This new uniformity feels incredibly corporate, and it's very understandable why fans are complaining about the soulless designs of today. Individuality appears to be a thing of the past in many areas, and whilst it might make sense for logos, I'd hate to see this trend continue to show up in any new theme park additions. What do you think? Are you a fan of the new style of theme park logos? Thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and check out my social media channels, all linked in the description below.